Okay, we're going to do a reading today of Exodus chapter 19. In the last chapter, we read about Jethro and Moses meeting for 2 days before the first day of the month, of the third month. That's coming up now in this chapter in 19. And so they were meeting during the 2-day new moon, is what I submit. It's by creation, it would have been impossible that they didn't meet on a new moon, because that's what happens before the first day of a month. So here we go. Chapter 19 in Hebrew and English. Shemos 19. The Chodesh HaShlishi, in the third month, Lidzuz Beni Israel, from the exodus of the children of Israel, Ma'aretz Mitzrayim, from the land of Egypt, Beyom Hitzah, on this day. This is a very particular designation. It means in the third month, on this day. What month? What day? In the third month, on the day that it starts. They arrived, Vo, Medbar Sinai. They arrived at the wilderness of Sinai to the Yeshua, Merephidim. They journeyed, they went from Rephidim, V'yevoa, Medbar Sinai, and arrived at the wilderness of Sinai, V'echinu, by Medbar, and encamped in the wilderness with Chinu, singular. That means that they were in peace. Everyone was moving together in one accord. And this is a blessing also. B'medbar, in the wilderness, V'yechin Shem, and encamped there, Yisrael, Neged Hurar, basically, did Israel. They opposite the mountain. And you'll see that they were on the other side in chapter 16:1. It's a little note I have there. Moshe Olam, Moses went up, Al Elohim, to Hashem, God, and he called to them, V'yechre Eliv, Hashem, from the mountain, saying, Yehovah men hehar le'yomar. Thus shall you say to the house of Jacob, Chu tzuimar leveis Jacob. This is a very famous verse right here. And relate to the children of Israel, V'tzeged leveni Israel. So not just the elders and the men, the 600,000 foot soldiers, but also the children, all of them, the women, the men, the children, everyone. For you have seen what I did unto Egypt. No one could have survived, basically. You've seen what I did. That I borne you on the wings of eagles. Why the wings of eagles? It could have been anything, right? As long as the bird picked them up. No, because the eagle carries its young on the top of its wings. Every other bird grabs them by the talons, takes up whatever their young to preserve them or teach them and bring them up. But the eagle puts their young on their wings. Why? And here's some exegesis from that, is that, the arrows that are flying from the enemies could not hurt the young. This is a true protection of a mother. V'yevu, and brought you to me. Remember the last chapter I was telling you that they were being drawn? They were being drawn to Sinai. It was something that was happening to them. They were being drawn. We need to be drawn to Sinai. Verse 5, and now if you will listen to my voice, v'yitza'em shema, to shemu. It's almost like listen. It means understand and listen. Not just hear, but take this within you and understand b'chuili, my voice, and observe v'shemortzem, as b'risi, my covenant, and observe my covenant. You shall be to me v'heyitzim li seglui. To me, that most beloved treasure of all peoples, Mechayil hayemim, for mine is the entire world. Chile chayil haaretz. 6, you shall be to me a kingdom of priests. V'yesem tiheyuli memeliches Kohanims, right? All of them will be priests. V'goy. So they are a priesthood, and each one has their job. Each one has their tasks to fulfill. These are the words that you shall speak. Eila hadoivrim eisher to El Beni Israel, to the children of Israel. 7, Moses came and called for the elders of the people. And he put before them all of these words. So all of these that Hashem had commanded, Zavo Yehovah. They responded, the entire people. So he called the elders, but the entire people are responding. So the elders are supposed to have a chain of command. They need to hear the word and pass it on with supreme authority. And all the people responded. 8, they responded, V'yenu chayil ha'em yechidu, all together. And they said, V'yomeru chayil, everything Eisher devar Yehovah Yosem, that Hashem has spoken, we shall do. Moses brought back the words of the people to Hashem. So now he's, okay, I got a message for you. They're taking it. V'yeshuv Moshe etz devari ha'em le'el Yehovah. Hashem said to Moshe, V'yemor Yehovah el Moshe, indeed I come to you in the thickness of the cloud, Chayna enuchi vo elicha veiv ha'einin, so that the people will hear as I speak with you. V'yevur Shema ha'em b'devari emich, and also in you they will believe forever. V'grem v'echa yemenuv leolam. So now they're establishing that Moses is that witness. He is that authority directly from Hashem, the Most High. Moses related the words, V'yeged Moshe etz devari. So now he's going and relating the words again to the people. Ha'em el Yehovah. So he went and did that again. He went and talked to them again. 10, Hashem said to Moshe, V'yomer Yehovah el Moshe, Lech el ha'em v'chedesh. Go to the people and sanctify them today and tomorrow, and they shall wash their clothing. Hayom u'mechar v'chevesu shemelisim. So they shall wash their clothing. Let them be prepared for the third day. So they're going to be brushing up their appearance. This is the time to stand before Hashem. V'yehu nechunim, let them be prepared on the third day. Leyom ha'shlishi. So they're going to be washing, they'll be cleansing for 3 days. This is a mikvah, really. When the Torah says the clothing, it also means the body. We know that from other parts of the law. It is something that goes together. So they're being clean for 3 days. Why? Let's do one more thing. I want to keep reading a little bit more. We'll talk about why 3 days. Chi b'yom ha'shlishi, for on the third day Hashem will descend before the eyes of the entire people on Mount Sinai. Yirad b'yom ha'shlishi yirad Yehovah le'ini chel ha'im el har Sinai. You shall set a boundary for the people around the mountain. V'hegevulitz v'hegevulitz as hayim sviv le'omer. Guard yourselves from ascending onto the mountain. Lechem elodz v'har v'nege, or touching v'nege, its edge v'kedzu. Okay, don't touch anything around the mountain. Anyone who touches the mountain shall surely die. Chayil ha'nege b'har moz yomos, will die. Not just die physically. There's a spiritual problem here. It's doubling. It's saying it twice. 13. You shall not touch it. You shall not touch with it with your hand lo tega vo yid chel sechul yesevul. So you shall surely be stoned. So this is the type of death, and you can look at other passages in the law, and it'll tell you that it'll say this type of sequence when it's a judgment by stoning, or if it's by the sword, or something like that, or throw down yura, or thrown down, whether an animal or whether a person, am behema, am ish, he shall not live. Lo yea. And when there is an extended blast from the shofar, the meshuch hayovu. So this is they say the sages say that this is the shofar that was from Isaac's when Isaac was going to be offered on Abraham's altar, and Yehovah Yireh provided the ram. That this is the ram horn from that. So there shall be an extended blast of the shofar, the meshuch hayovu. They may ascend the mountain. Hema yelu vehar. 14. Moshe descended from the top of the mountain to the people. V'yirid Moshe men hehar al ha'im. He sanctified the people, and they washed their clothing. V'yechidish at hayim v'chevetzuv semlusim. 15. He said to the people, V'yoymar al ha'im. Be prepared for 3 days. Hayu nechnim le'shilishis yemim. 3 days. Here's the 3 days again. Do not draw near unto a woman. Al tegreshu al isha. Why not draw near to a woman for 3 days? In Leviticus, we see that a man can be cleaned within 1 day, and when he washes, he'll be clean at evening if he's laid with his wife. So why 3 days? I'm going to relate this to several things. I'm going to say that when we are washed, we are clean and ready to receive. Some sages say that when we are unclean, we're actually entombed. And blessings, it's very difficult for blessings to come through us. I mean, Yah can do whatever he wants, but we are supposed to be prepared this way with the Mikvah, clean for 3 days on this holiest, I believe is Shavas, where we receive the 10 Commandments, which will be coming up in the next chapter. Do not draw near unto a woman. Also, this has been used to say that, the Jewish people are feminists and all, or not anti-feminists and all this stuff. But the reality is that this is a spiritual cleansing, each one of us to be individually cleansed, so we can hear and receive the blessing of Yah. It's important. V'yei, and it happened on the third day, v'yom shlishi, when it was morning, v'hiz bachar, there was thunder and lightning, v'yechilas v'beruchim, and a cloud that was heavy. V'yenin chebad, it was great. It was a great cloud. Al hahar, upon the mountain, and the sound of the shofar, v'chil shofar chazak, was powerful. So this is strong. This is heavy, great and powerful. Moed, exceedingly. So it's amplified. V'yechurad, and tremble. Chayil hayam eisher ben mechna. And tremble did the entire people that was in the camp. Moses brought forth the people toward Elohim. V'yudzu Moshe adds hayam lekraz hay Elohim from the camp. Men ha-mechna. And they stood at the foot of the mountain. V'yedzezuvu. So they kind of stood, and also they were kind of standing around the mountain, is what the origin of that word looks like to me. The roots of those words. And at the foot of the mountain, b'toichzis hahar. So it was a large group of people. They were kind of standing, probably circumferencing at least that side of the mountain. 18, and Mount, let me actually talk about that real quick. Remember, there's 600,000 foot soldiers and all their families. They're saying there's probably 6 million Hebrews there. And I want to tell you the difference between most of the world religions and this one. So, in every other major religion in the world, God made himself known to one single person. Okay, not so with the children of Israel. When God made himself known and came down to talk to them, it was 6 million of them. Okay? Now they carried that on through all of their generations, knowing the story was true. None of those 6 million said, oh no, that never happened. They knew it happened. It did happen. So I'm saying that this is a sign to us that these are the laws of Hashem. This is the way that he wanted to give to society to provide law and order, and also something that pleases him. This is the way that pleases Hashem. At the foot of the mountain, B'tzeichutziz Hahar. 18 Mount Sinai was all a smoke. The Har Sinai Eishen Kulu. Mepeni, as a result, Esher, that he came down, Yurid. So, upon Eli, so it's like the the groom coming down to meet the bride. And there's a great smoke with his glory. Hashem did in the fire, Yehovah Ba'esh, and ascended, did it smoke, V'yael Ashno, in the smoke like the smoke of a furnace, Ba'eshin HaChaveshin, and trembled did the entire mountain exceedingly, V'echurad Chayel HaHar, Moed. 19, there was the sound of the shofar, V'yeh Choil HaShofar, growing continually, Choilech. So it was, it seems getting louder and louder. You're turning the volume up, getting closer and closer. We get the image of he's coming closer and closer. Stronger exceedingly, V'chedzek Moed. Now it's strong and great. Moses would speak and God would respond to him with a voice. Moshe Yedober Yehoelahim Elohim Yenanu Vachol. Okay, he responded to him with a voice. This is also incredible. The people heard the voice also. 20, and Hashem came down upon the mountain, V'yirid Yehovah al Har, Sinai, al Rosh HaHar, to the top of the mountain. Hashem called to Moses to the top of the mountain, V'yecher Yehovah Moshe al Rosh HaHar. And Moses went up, V'yel Moshe, V'yomer Yehovah al Moshe. Hashem said to Moshe, Roed Hayad V'yem Pen Yerisuv. Go back down. Warn the people lest they break through. Al Yehovah L'roz, toward Hashem to see. So wait a minute. He's 80 years old. It looks like this is going down, backing up and down 3 times. Toward Hashem to see. If they come through and they see him, that would be death. They wouldn't be able to survive seeing God, his greatness and all the glory, and all his wisdom, his omnipotence. Okay? Toward Hashem to see if they break through. So basically, they already told everybody, and there will fall of them a multitude, v'nepel memenuv roev. Even the Kohanim who approach toward Hashem, the Gaim HaKohanim HaNegeshim El Yehovah, should sanctify themselves. V'tzechedeshu pen yefruz, lest he break forth Baim against them, Yehovah. 23. Moses said to Hashem, V'yomar Moshe El Yehovah, the people cannot go up onto the Mount Sinai. Lo yeshul liyechul he'am leyelas al har Sinai. Why would he say that people cannot come up? They must have set boundaries. They had to have done something to keep people from coming forward. They said, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what they did, but they definitely set a boundary around the base of the mountains. The people wouldn't cross over this. He's assuring God this right now. You have warned us, saying, have warned us, saying, bound the mountain and sanctify it. Yeah, see, so they did do some kind of binding. Hagovel at hehar v'chodesh shuzuv. So they marked it. That means like a border right there. A govel. So they put markers down. Usually in that time when they made a border, they would put markers of stone. The mountain end to sanctify it. Okay, and he said, verse 24, V'yomer Ali, Hashem said, go down, yea, Yehovah lech bread, v'yelis, then you shall come up, you and Aaron with you, Etzah, v'yaron emech. But the Kohanim and the people, the Kohanim, v'heim, they shall not break through to go up toward Hashem, al Yerosuv leolas al Yehovah pen yiperaz vo, lest he break forth against them. So he's going down again. Actually, I think this is the third time. Sorry if I counted one before. 25. Moses went down to the people. The Yerid Moshe el Hayim v'yomar lehem, and said to them. Okay. So chapter 20 is next, and I want to start a brand new video for that. I just don't think I should just keep pushing through. But some interesting stuff in setting up for receiving the Ten Commandments with cleanliness for 3 days. I think I see that in Shavuot. We have a new moon festival before that, and then the first quarter lands on the 50th day. There's much more to that, but anyway, inquire if you have any questions about the ancient calendar and anything in these verses. Please subscribe to the Shalom Peace, all one word.